Hey everybody, it's Thursday, which means it's another episode of Naturally Unbothered. I am Shareè.
I'm Ebony.
And I am Corry.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
I like this blue-black background.
Thank you. Thank you. It's the wall. It's the wall at my friend's house. It's the whole room is this color. It's really beautiful.
Okay.
Your hair looks pretty today.
Thank you. Thank you. I just kind of twisted it up so it didn't look crazy right before we started.
So I'm gonna start the show off today because you always start it off. So I'm starting it off today.
Do you, boo?
Let's give a warm welcome and a large happy birthday to Shareè.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Why
for the
are we-
birthday wishes.
Why are we giving her a welcome?
Because damn it, I wanted to give her a warm welcoming birthday. Because now she's stepping into 45.
45. This is what 45 looks like.
Okay.
This is what 45 looks like.
So she's walking into 45, and I just wanted her to feel welcome at that.
Welcome to being 45 like she is. So
welcome.
thanks.
Welcome.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
So what's everyone drinking?
I'm a Jack Daniels double punch.
Okay.
I mean, double punch.
Got me a look. What you got?
I got Crown Peach Margarita.
That looks sexy.
It looks sexy with a little peach in. Is that a peach on the side? What is that hanging off the side?
This orange.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I got me a little cranberry and a little vodka. Just a little cranberry and vodka.
That's my
Keeping it
go-to.
simple. You know, drinking a Vanessa drink.
That is my go-to with Mama Vanessa. And without Mama Vanessa, that's what I'll be drinking when I be out. That's what I'll be drinking. Love it. Can't go wrong with that. So tell us about your birthday.
So I celebrated my birthday in Houston. I went to brunch with my cousin, his wife, with the artiste, and one of my homegirls, Denidra.
I love the artiste. I love Denidra.
Yes, we had a great and glorious time. I went with Antone, so I know you love him, one of your favorite.
I love Antone. Wait, is Antone in Houston? Is Antone in Houston now?
No, him and Jackie they were going to a family member's birthday party, kids party or something, and they came down. So,
oh,
yeah.
I love you, Antone. Awesome.
Yeah, so we hung out, brunched it up, drank it up, and just kicked it. And then I had a little surprise cheesecake factory cheesecakes delivered to the house. And everything, because it's my birthday, so it was cool. It was real chill. We just chilled out. And Saturday I didn't do anything because after the flights and they lost my bags, they put a hole in a brand new suitcase that I had just purchased the day before. Yeah, I didn't even have clothes for Saturday, so yeah, didn't do anything on Saturday.
That would have, if everything would have went to according to plan, that would have worked out perfect. I was actually supposed to be in Houston that weekend for Prairie View's homecoming, but I just had so much going on.
It's okay. You come back
busy,
any other weekend.
What'd you say, Ebony?
I said you're always just so busy.
You can come back
You're so busy. Like, oh my God. You're so busy all the time. All the time. So busy.
I mean, we are officially in the new house, correct?
Yes, we are officially.
So we are busy. We are getting ready to get the house. Are we unpacked? Are we still unpacking?
We are getting unpacked. It's like a lot of shit. And I'm like, where did this stuff come from? And I don't know where I want to put it. And it's just a lot. It's a lot. So
Hey,
I've been,
look, I'm ready for the tour.
it's a lot, but I'm gonna get it together. And then plus, like, I'm not decorating just yet. I'm waiting till after my housewarming. So
No rush to put anything anywhere.
Are
Just
you going
sit
to be
and
able
enjoy
to wait that long?
yeah, I'm gonna be able to wait that long. And I'll probably do like some little minor stuff because I want to redo my laundry room and put some shelving in that, and also my closet. So I'll probably work on that. As well as I'll be doing a privacy fence. So I'll have shit to do. So yeah.
Do you have a deck?
I have a lanai.
You have a lanai? Ooh, good, because I want to naked sunbathe. So hurry to get that privacy fence up so I can come out there and nude sunbathe.
Okay, I can't wait. So yeah, that's like the first thing that I'm gonna do is the privacy.
Awesome.
Okay, Mr. I have a lanai.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
My homegirl said that I am an official hoe. And I was like, what?
Why?
Blanche. He's Blanche.
No, she said homeowner.
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess that works for her. That works.
I guess that works for her too. I'm like, what did you do? Tell me the story. I was like all into it. I was
Tell us more.
about to get super engaged.
Right. Yeah. Thought that was quite funny. But yeah, so yeah, I'm in here. I can't wait for y'all to come see it.
I'm excited. I'm gonna come see it. I'm gonna come see it. I am, especially since I'm really like up the street.
Right. Got some partying to
around
do in here.
I want to be close.
I want you to be close. I really could have used you when I was moving for payback. All of those times.
All of those times.
All of those times. I'll be sleeping and Ebony will call me. I'm about to move. When? Now.
Not one box. Not one
box.
truck.
Nothing. But we moving shit.
You better carry this stuff to apartment to apartment. If you don't do nothing else, we about to carry this shit.
That's hilarious.
We've had some moving, yeah.
Well, have you decided who you're going to consummate the house with?
Ooh.
I have not decided. I almost did that this weekend, but it just turned into a little jack session. So I don't know who's gonna be the lucky one.
Or lucky ones. I mean, you have to every room. So
right. If you would like to be a lucky one, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. What is my Instagram name?
205-308-8304.
C Bradshaw 214. That's it.
Yeah. C Bradshaw 14 for the little sneak a link. And then
a little sneak a link.
Sneak a link.
So y'all, I have to shame. I don't know if this man is originally from Oklahoma, but he live in Oklahoma. And his name is Ernest LaCour.
Cool.
And if y'all don't know who he is, if he don't sound familiar to y'all.
He does sound familiar.
Ernest LaCour.
Yes, Ernest.
I don't know
Ernest is the piece of shit, scumbag, trash ass fuckboy who has been spreading HIV to women in Oklahoma City.
Oh no.
3 women to be exact that we know of.
He's young too, so he's been
30 years old. He's been knowing that he's had HIV since 2019. and he just been out here fucking women with no condoms and carelessly.
Wow.
That's attempted murder, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it's some states that will consider that attempted murder.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Oklahoma is one of them, but
he's disgusting.
Yeah.
He really disgusting. So do y'all know what he look like? If not, I got a picture.
I could imagine. He probably real cute too.
You said you could imagine?
I could imagine.
Well, here you go.
It's always the cute ones that's do. Oh yeah. I would have gave him something too.
That's a shame. Such a travesty. Shame on him. I feel sorry for the young ladies. The one that is actually speaking out, they haven't seen her visually, but she's been speaking out. And she's just like, it's not a death sentence anymore. And, she's optimistic and stuff, but that's still fucked up that,
Very much so.
She basically said, like, shortly after she had sex with him unprotected, she immediately started fainting and falling out and just felt sick, just felt like something had basically invaded her body.
Immediately.
Oh, his stuff was
like not too long after, within a week or two after sleeping with him, she started feeling different. And she kept passing out and stuff. And that's what made her go to the doctor.
Damn. Y'all got to start wearing protection.
So so they diagnosed her within a couple of weeks of it?
Yeah, couple weeks after she had contracted it.
Okay.
Corry, speak your mind. This is what this show's about. I can see that the wheels are turning. Speak your mind.
I just was all the information that I knew that it did not show up that fast. So that was just kind of threw me off. But hey, okay. Well, I sure hate that for them. And I hope that the others will speak out. And I've always said that, God forbid, if that were to ever happen to me, that I would want to have the strength to be an advocate for it and to teach people and just give back and be like, don't go down this road. Don't go down the road that I did. So I'm glad she's speaking out. Good for her.
I would be on a straight rampage. And I'd be trying to I would be getting revenge.
Yeah.
Forever on his ass.
And he's never gonna get out of jail in Oklahoma. I mean, they'll make up some new laws to keep him in jail in Oklahoma, so he can just pretty much forget about ever getting out.
I just want people to just make better choices. And I don't know the situation. I don't know if this was like a hookup or a dating situation. But it's to each his own. But for me, I require people's tests. And I feel like if you don't want to, show me a test or whatever, it's not necessarily a no, but it is definitely going to be super duper protective, of that. And I think we got to get to a point where we got to start. It's almost like we got to just start having it like an ID, like, here are my test results.
Yeah, you definitely need to know your status. I was trying to look and see how long of the duration of time. It just said weeks after she started having incidents of puking and passing out
The last guest, the person that we had on the show that had HIV, she said it was within a matter of weeks. She had flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't take long, and when the symptoms come, they come swiftly and they come aggressive. Because that girl was the one the guest we had on here. She was shit damn near her deathbed by month 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we can say all day like make sure the people are tested and things, but you have to actually see the people's results, because they had gone and he told her that he was tested, and she told him, you know, she had been tested and all that, and she's looking at his results and he's showing her something that's not even factual. So y'all need to don't just glance at the results. Look at the results. Like make sure the person's name is on them, her name is on them. Make sure y'all can go at the same time.
Yeah. But
together,
that's also gonna be on the type of relationship that the person has. But more importantly, I feel like for especially heterosexual people, sex was made to reproduce. Number one. So I feel like if you having raw sex with somebody, you are basically saying, oh, I want to have a baby with you. Like that's the mindset that you have to go in there with, because what Usher say, that's what it's made for. This is what this is made for. So, and a lot
that's
of people,
a good way to put it too. I've never really looked at it that way.
Yeah, a lot of people will be having unprotected sex with people that they already know. I ain't finna call them no more.
Yeah. Or I don't want a child by this person. Like, I've had this conversation with one of my kids. Like, if you aren't wearing a condom, you're saying, I want to get pregnant. I want you to be in my life forever. Like in some capacity, whether it be y'all being parents together or them giving you something that you can't get rid of, you're basically saying that is what you want, because you are not doing anything to protect yourself.
Right. And especially in this state, political state, where the women's bodies are, you don't have the same rights you did last year.
You don't.
You definitely gotta be careful and be mindful and take it a little bit more serious. I mean, like, we all like to have sex and all of that, but
I don't want to have sex so bad that I no longer can safely, or that it's going to endanger somebody, or that is jeopardizing my life. Like, I love me. I don't want to jeopardize me just for the sake of however minutes of pleasure we're going to have. Like, it's just not worth it.
Absolutely. That's how I look at it. I look at having unprotected sex. Basically, I am putting my life in that person's hand. And I'm not putting my life in nobody else's. Right.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Like, no, I'm not giving you that kind of power. Nobody that kind of power.
Yeah, that's too much power. So yeah, we are shaming Mr. Ernest LaCour. Dirty HIV infested.
Right. And we're not shaming people with HIV.
No, we're not.
We are shaming people with HIV who aren't being honest about their status. That's who we are shaming.
Who don't care enough about humanity to not pass it along.
Absolutely.
We're definitely shaming him for that. He has ruined, or he may not have ruined their lives, but he has definitely
changed it.
Changed their lives for the rest of their lives, and it's not in a positive way.
Right. There has definitely been an alter, just not only health-wise, mentally, probably emotional. Like I would feel like that would bring up a lot of trust issues, you know, probably just a lot of stuff that would probably bring up, especially if the person knowingly, like they know, like, you know, and you just out here just raw dogging it.
And it's only 3 women who have come forth since.
Right. There's probably more.
Oh, there's plenty more, I'm sure. Plenty more, I'm sure. And they're probably ashamed.
Yeah.
To come forward. So hopefully they get the strength to come forward and tell their truths.
I just don't understand if the logic is maybe if I give it to one of them, then I'll have me a partner for the rest of my life. Or like, what is the logic behind that? Is it just completely selfishness? Like,
the logic is some bitch gave me this and now I'm about to give it to every bitch. That's the logic.
I feel like that's what it is. I feel like sometimes it's a lot of vengeance behind it.
Anytime you hear about HIV, anytime you hear about it being passed like that, it's always what I've always heard is it's always the man fucking 9,000, knowing that he has it and he's passing it on. I have yet to hear about a woman who has had it and hasn't been like, oh my God, I need to share this with the people that I've been with. It's always the man who's like, fuck these bitches, they all getting it.
Instead of owning up to like your lack of action in the situation as well, and your participation in the not wearing protection. Because I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to say it doesn't happen because I know it does, but I'm pretty sure the girl's not like, oh, you don't got to wear a condom.
Right.
I just met you. We don't need that.
Anyways, okay, let's change gears.
Exactly, because he's
switch it up. Let's switch it up.
A douchebag.
Yeah. So yeah, shame on you, you nasty motherfucker. All right. So I have a little story to tell y'all, just a little quick story. So y'all know I always have these interesting little things that happen to me on the plane ride or interesting conversations. So me and Ebony had our QR codes printed up, and I've been carrying them one on the back of my cell phone. So anytime anyone asks me about the podcast or I see them with headsets, I'm like, oh, you listen to a podcast? You know, here's my little code or whatever. So this older guy, he was like, yeah, I listen to podcasts. And I was like, okay, well, check my podcast out. And so I let him scan the code or whatever. And he's looking through the website, because it goes to the website first. You have to scroll down to the bottom to get to our link tree that tells you wherever. So he was like, he didn't know where to follow us on. He's like, there's so many options. So he goes and he looks, and I was like, just pick. I was like, do you have YouTube? I was like, I prefer you to look us, check us out on YouTube, but you can listen to us or whatever. So he's like, well, show me what to do. So I take his phone. I start going through, the whole process to make him subscribe and everything like that. So he subscribes and everything. And then like a few minutes later, he's like, hey, this girl, she got a podcast. Go scan her phone. And some other person just comes up and scans the phone. And I'm like, okay. And so keep in mind, normally I tell people what kind of podcast it is.
They get a heads up.
I didn't get an opportunity because he's like, hey, scan her phone. So everyone's like, so at this point it's like 2 people, and then one other person just told the other person. And so one of the people that were told was like, oh my gosh, like and she looks at me and she says, do you know the titles of these shows? And I said, yeah. I said, I normally pick them out. And she was like, is this about sex? And I was like, yeah, it's about sex. And so the first gentleman was like, oh, it's about, I'm a minister.
Oh my God, you heathens.
I said, I pulled the Ebony out. Well, ministers like having sex too. Don't you like having sex? And I just kept proceeding on and talking to the lady. Well, I know he listened to the podcast. Cause he ended up following us on Instagram. So I know.
Dirty bird. You dirty bird.
That the good pastor, minister.
Amen. Amen.
So I know he checked out some, especially them sex Sunday positions.
Pastor gotta have fun too.
Because he was like, I'm a minister. And I was like, well, ministers like to have sex too.
I am too.
Oh God.
I am a minister.
Ordained.
I am an ordained minister. Yes,
friend. You let them know.
If you are looking to get married and you need someone to perform your nuptials,
call somebody else.
308-8304, 205-308-8304, and I can perform your nuptials for you. I would love to be flued out to perform your nuptials.
Come on, flued out. My friend is certified. She got her certificate.
I am certified.
Everything.
I will dress in colors. I have my stole. I will wear a robe. What you want, what you need, I got you.
Let them know. Let them know.
Corry, would you let her marry you?
I would.
Because first of all, I need everyone to know that I might play around when I'm talking to you on the phone, like I might say, for the power of Grayskull. I might say that type of shit when I'm playing with y'all on the phone. However, in a serious mode, like I will take this very seriously. Like this is an honor and a privilege for me. Like I take this very seriously. Very seriously.
So would you marry someone to their dildo or their strap-on?
No, bitch. I'm serious inquiries only. If you are marrying a man, 2 men, 2 women, those type of things, I got you. If you are renewing your vows, if you are, if you just want a commitment ceremony, those type of things, I got you. Don't call me on no bullshit. I'm not marrying you.
Will you marry a poly triad?
You can do a commitment ceremony. I can do a commitment ceremony for you all, yes. I cannot marry you, but yes, I can do a commitment ceremony for you all if that's what you would like.
I think that I would like someone that was fun to officiate my wedding. Like, I don't want it to be like stuffy or anything. Like, I want it to be fun. I want it to be laughs. I want to, to be chuckles and memorable. So I definitely would let Ebony do. Me and Ebony probably will be having a whole conversation.
I just feel like it's gonna be too much of a distraction.
To who?
You're too much of a distraction. I can't take you serious about anything. So I don't even know. I am gonna have to witness you doing this a couple times, but I'm still a no. I'm still a no. Because I just don't even feel like you're gonna be serious enough.
Absolutely.
I think she would.
She'll do some shit like sign her name in the wrong place and I won't be married. Like, really, I just feel like she would just do some jokester shit because she's like the biggest jokester.
I would not. Okay, that's serious. Why would I play with something so serious? That's stupid.
Because it's me.
Who the fuck are you, bitch? You still get married? Why would you think I would sign my name to be married to Will? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm not that I don't like you. I love you, sir. I mean,
I'm saying you won't even sign that mug. Just anything. She's so petty. She be done held my marriage certificate hostage and stuff until she got what she wants. Like what? Ebony,
like Cynthia's mama and sister.
Exactly.
Yes, she would.
Now, the sooner I can get this whole married off, the sooner She can get off my nerves, hell. Shit.
Whatever,
Please,
bitch.
if somebody wants to marry Shareè, please 205-308-304.
No. Shareè don't
Okay,
want to
marry
get
y'all.
married, so no one needs to call that number for that.
But yes, I am an ordained minister, and I got you.
Okay.
I
I
mean-
have a wedding. I have a wedding November 13th. I mean November.
Oh my God,
I have a
Ebony.
wedding 11/11, November 11th, and I have 2022, and I have another one October 14th, 2023. So I'm booked and busy.
Booked and busy.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
Hey, do it for me. Okay. Okay. I can't do my tongue like that.
Who are you talking to, Shareè?
Come on. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Because I can't do it.
You can't roll your R's.
No. Okay.
You just said.
Yeah. Because I can't do it, but okay. If you want a fun, energetic, loving, someone that really loves love, and I'm a believer in love, I got you for sure.
Yeah.
That part is true, but I just know you'll be done fucking held my shit hostage. Been like,
Contact
bitch.
Love is Love Nuptials at 205-308-8304. That is 205-308-8304. Love is Love Nuptials, and I got you.
Yes. I
Love is love nuptials. That sounds so cute.
It is Love is Love Nuptials. I got you.
And if you use this code that's appearing right here,
Hey, I need for the producer to have that scrolling across the screen on YouTube. But we can listen.
The producer gonna be like, what?
Hey, we have a sex relationship podcast. So why wouldn't we have an ordained minister? Duh.
I mean, if
and then when
I support the shenanigans.
and then I can get your certificate notarized after Ebony marries you.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? This is a one-stop shop right here, baby.
Listen, and I will have my notary, stamping everything by the end of the year. So I will be
you cutting into
all
my
that.
business now. You just married a motherfucker. She want all the money.
Listen.
God damn, can I eat too?
Mobile notary. Hey, on my card, it will say Uber/Lyft driver.
/ notary. / ordained
nuptial.
/ ordained minister.
That's what I'm
/
talking
mobile
about.
She gonna
notary.
be marrying people in the back of the lift.
Okay, on the way somewhere.
/ candle maker. /
Yeah.
I got your Unity candle.
Right.
Look, I got you.
Mhm.
What you need, what you want. 308-205-308-8304. Let me do it all for you. Love is Love Nuptials.
I can't. You sound like Buddy Love. I can't.
No. But I do.
All right. So let's get into this topic. Corry, do you have anything?
I have something that I wanted to talk about.
Well, let's do you first. Let's do Corry.
Okay. So
Do me, Corry.
do you think you can?
Do me, Corry.
Okay. So it's two things actually. I'm trying to see which one I want to do. Okay. I'll give this. So I had a friend to come into town, right? And they stayed with me. They stayed with me in my apartment. And so they came down to do something with their friends or something like that. So like, okay. So I'm at the house and he left his shaving bag on the table. And so I was being nosy and was looking through the shaving bag. And so I was like, oh, okay, no, that's a nice cologne, blah, blah, blah. So I found these pills. I'm like, what are these pills? So I'm always like Googling stuff. So I Googled, what these pills were for, and they were to treat, it was two things. But the one that stood out was herpes. And I was like, this motherfucker ain't said nothing to me about no goddamn herpes. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to approach this? Like, should I call now? Should I just wait till he get home? Like, what, I don't know how to handle this or whatever. So I did handle it, but I got to thinking, I wondered how people would handle something like that if they found some pills to the person that they were sleeping with or whatever for a disease that they had not disclosed to you. Like, what would you do? How would you handle that shit?
Personally, it would have been an immediate phone call.
Right.
I wouldn't have been able to hold it. I wouldn't have been able to wait for you to come back. The whole time I've probably already been to the emergency room to go get tested. Yeah, no, it's immediate. It's immediate. Hey, I was being nosy. I looked through your bag. I saw some pills for herpes. You didn't tell me nothing about herpes. We need to discuss this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And seeing them, like, my stomach just drop. It was like I was on a roller coaster. And I'm like, the fuck? The only thing that I guess kept me from spazzing out was that we don't really like kiss. It'll be like, a peck or something. But there hasn't been no like passionate, like tongue kissing. And I would be wondering, like, why you don't really kiss me? And so I was like, oh, maybe that's why or whatever, which he did tell me that was the reason or whatever, and that he was, just nervous and scared because this is something that's new. So he was just scared and nervous or whatever. But I'm like, no, you have to disclose this.
Did you look at the issue date to see how long he had been having that prescription?
I did not. I did not think to look at that.
I would have investigated that shit, took a picture of that shit.
I think I did take a picture though. Did.
So
what would you do, Ebony?
I probably wouldn't have been able to. I think I probably could have been able to hold it. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for him to get back with his friends, I didn't smash up them pills. What? I didn't smash them up. I didn't smash them up. And I didn't put them in something for him to drink so he can just go ahead and die when he get back. Because, bruh, what the fuck? You didn't came up in here, tried to dig me down, and all of this, and I said nothing. No, you gonna die today. Not
a mumbling word.
I'm gonna chop them up in that little, those little cute bowls with a little thing. I'm chopping them up. I'm making you, hey, yeah, I'm chopping them up and I'm gonna put them in something, baby. You gonna get these pills. You're gonna get the whole prescription.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
as you're eating, so tell me about this herpes.
Oh my God. So it's so crazy. Like when he got back home, I'm like really looking. I'm investigating.
You looking for
Right?
bumps?
Yeah, I'm like,
Like,
but yeah, I'm just like, you gotta like, I get it. Like this would be, difficult to disclose, but you gotta, you gotta tell people this
yeah.
because,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, this is something that's uncurable. Even if it was something that was curable, you need to tell people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I do understand that is probably very difficult to reveal that. It's probably, embarrassing and shameful. You probably feel all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yet and still, I
But yo,
think you should have a bigger concern, like let's make sure nobody else, I am the cause of nobody else feeling what
Thank you.
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yes.
So
I'm like, so this is what I need for people to understand. Sometimes it's not unless you're just a whole ass sleeping around everybody. And say, for instance, you and this person been talking forever and y'all have an encounter and you contract herpes or whatever. Like, we need you to understand that it's not your fault. Like, the only time you will get shamed or cussed out or murdered is if you don't say anything to anybody. That's what makes it so bad. It's like you have this stuff, you go fuck on somebody else, and then you pass it around. That's what makes it the issue. Not that you have it, because I feel like most people are open-minded when you tell them the truth from the start. They might want to fuck with you, they may not. Some people are risk takers. A lot of people are risk takers, and they'll just like, just put on some condoms, especially if you have grown an emotional attachment.
mm-hmm.
I think sometimes emotional attachments go a long way, and sometimes people can see past those things, and sometimes people can't. But it is their choice. Don't steal someone's choice.
Absolutely.
So Corry, had you known this prior to, first question, would he have been allowed to stay with you?
He went at the new house, was he?
No.
He said apartment.
This particular person, I'm not 100% sure. I know that I probably would not, and I feel kind of bad for even saying this, but I know that I would not feel comfortable like kissing him.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew, but I don't know. I don't know, just because there is an emotional attachment with him, if I would be like, no.
So let me ask the question, because maybe this is just I'm just dumb, or my naivete, if you will. That's probably not even the right word for this right now, but who cares? So you said the kissing. Is it because you wore a condom for the sex part and the kissing part? I know like cold sores and all those things are like secondhand herpes or whatever you call them. But if somebody has herpes on their privates,
Genital herpes.
right? Why would you be afraid to kiss them?
Well, no, I'm assuming, no, he had herpes, not genital herpes.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I thought it was on his dang dong.
No,
That's right. But okay,
no,
so
no,
he
no.
had cold sores.
He said he's never had well, the first time he found out he had like an outbreak, but he hasn't had since then. He's, you know, been taking medication. He hasn't had any outbreaks or anything. So that is can be transferred if a person with herpes has an outbreak.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't have an outbreak, you know, you're okay, you're good. But it's just a mental thing for me, because it's like, okay, you don't have a outbreak, but what if it's the day before the outbreak sets in and we done kissed, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just like a whole lot of just maybe overthinking. But you know, again, we've never had like any passionate kisses or anything like that.
So, but had you had any relations with him prior to, like, you finding that in this visit? I know probably before, but in this visit?
Yes, we have had sex before. So this was an old school situation. And so we reconnected. So now we're like, actually, it's probably been like a year. We like reconnected like last Halloween. So but years ago we did have sex.
Okay.
Of course, I didn't know anything about, well, I don't even know if he had it then, but I didn't know anything about it then.
So that's scary.
I had a guy, I met this guy, and you know, we probably talked for like 2 days, and he told me. And
what herpes did he have?
He had, I don't know what the medical term is it, but he had the mouth herpes. But anyways, so I didn't even like him. So I was completely
okay with it.
Over it.
Yo, that's why I don't drink after anyone. I can honestly say that I have never even drank after my kids. They drank after I give them, hey, they drink some, go ahead and have it. You drink out my straw. I just don't share drinks. And I don't know, it's my whole entire life. I just don't believe in that. And I mean, people, again, if you want to live out your days in bliss, I'm suggesting to you, let people know your status about all things contagious. Don't just get in people's cars coughing and shit.
Right.
Let the people wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask.
It is flu season.
Please, like, y'all got to. I just let people know your status, man. No, if it's something contagious, let people know what's up. Don't just let people be out there to catch what you got. That shit is dangerous.
Yeah, because I know that had you all like, I can't wait to make me an appointment. Like,
yeah. And I'm just like I probably stood there, I don't know how long I stood there.
Was he defensive or was he like sorry?
No, he wasn't defensive at all. He was sorry. I think he probably was relieved as well.
So
but
are
no,
y'all gonna remain friends?
Yeah, we're going to remain friends.
Just friends.
We're gonna remain friends. I do like him. I do like him as a person, and things of that nature. And
how's the D? How's the D?
It's very good. It's very good. But what I will say is that I'm not very educated in herpes. So this has made me want to get more informed in everything. And I'm sure after my doctor's appointment, they will probably be, giving me some information and all of that good stuff.
You can probably use dental dam if you really want to kiss them, I guess, since you can use it on a vagina. You can probably use it with the mouth.
Yeah, I feel like I'm good on that.
I mean, if you just needed to have some.
I honestly don't think that he will try to kiss you again. I don't think that he will ever try to be sexual with you again. He's probably very internally embarrassed.
That part.
But he's never actually initiated a kiss. It's always been me. And I've always felt like he's held back. It was
so that's why I don't feel like that this herpes is new.
Good point, Shareè.
So I need you to pull up the picture of the pill, because I need to see the issue date.
I'm gonna look. It's in my work phone. That I think that I took it. So yeah, that's a good idea. I'm pull that up.
If that issue date is 01/21/19, it's a problem, friend. And we ain't talking.
Yes. All right, so let's get into this topic real quick. Because that was deep, Corry.
That was deep. Deep. I hope you don't have the herpes.
I hope not either.
You don't have the herpes. You don't have them. So y'all, there's this story going around on Instagram. I'm gonna turn up this volume and let y'all listen. It is about a couple minutes long. I'll cut it off when it gets to
minutes.
Yeah.
Kanaya Brunson turned 20 in June, a joy to be around.
He can make you smile right away.
Brunson wanted to be an orthodontist or a vet, later learning she was good at making others look good, so she enrolled in beauty school.
She actually taught me how to put on eyelashes and do my eyebrows.
This is Brunson leaving home the morning of September 24th, texting her mom a smiley.
I wasn't even there 30 minutes and they called and told me her car was found. And I knew then, at that point, something happened to her.
The day of the murder, police say Brunson met up with a married man she'd been seeing, Sultan Sharif. Strangely, he'd reached out to Brunson's mom a week earlier.
He goes on to say, I want to be done messing with your daughter, but she's reaching out to my wife.
September 24th, a friend of Sharif's called 911 after he says he saw Sharif on top of the victim in Sharif's car, and that the female stated, "He cut my throat." She was screaming and pleading for help. Police didn't locate the two then, but hours later were called to an alley near Keefe and Palmer, where Brunson had been tied, shot, and then set on fire.
She was
I saw a little glimpse of that.
So
I've not seen that.
So this young lady was killed because she told her lover's wife about their relationship. And so he and I believe his brother-in-law killed her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tragic story. It's super unfortunate. The question that I have is that if you were in a relationship with someone who was married, would you tell their spouse?
So, a couple of things. I am actually living through this right now. But I feel like...
Is he married to a woman or a man?
Man.
Okay.
I have I have some boundaries. Jeez.
I mean, okay.
So, but this is what I feel. I feel like if you go into a situation and you are being the side piece, I feel like you should just honor that code to the end and go on about your business. Now, however, if this was a situation where you didn't know and this person is misleading you thinking that it's one way when it's not, I feel like, it's a fair game. But if you know that the person is married, don't do that, because you signed up for this. You signed up for this. You agreed to this. You wanted this. And for whatever reason, now you upset and now you want to go to the spouse. I don't think that's cool at all.
Okay. What about you, Ebony?
I lived that life 7.5 years. And I didn't say anything. When she found out about me, she reached out to me and she asked me a series of questions and I answered them the best of my ability. So
wait, time out. Was that the best of your ability with the truth or the best of your ability with the lie?
Well, she asked me really just one question. I think she didn't want to ask no more after that. She asked me how I slept that night. And my answer was, when he ain't here, I don't sleep so good. But when he's here, I sleep like a baby. So that was my answer, because that's where I was at in that time in my life. Bitch, don't why you asking me about your husband? Ask that nigga. Come to me for. And so if I would have came up missing, I was a cold piece of work. However, and that shit went on to where it's the type of relationship he and I had. Like, we were everywhere together. There was no place we did not go together. When we went out, people thought, the Roseman at the club thought I was his wife. That's how close we were. When he told me that he told her about me, I didn't believe him. I was like, whatever. When I called and she answered, I hung up. And he called me back. He was like, why you hang up? I told you I told her about you. So, I mean, I have witnesses to this. I'm not lying. So, I think it just depends on, like, first off, if I didn't start out knowing he was married. It was like maybe 3 weeks in, and he was in the military. When he got out and moved back to the city from where he was stationed, that's when he said, hey, I need something to tell you. But by that time, we had spent so much time together. I was already attached, and I was like, well, shit, we've been doing it, and it didn't stop. And so I was like, as far as I know, he wasn't fucking with other bitches because we was together, other than his wife, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's what's the point. Well, I did not reach out to her. She reached out to me. She got, when you go looking for stuff, you find it. Would I have just called her and been like, I'm fucking your husband? No, because who does that shit? Like, I know women are in the process.
She was young. This young lady was young, but there's also some old motherfuckers.
Yeah, because Betty and who the other fucking lady, she called Shirley? Who the fuck she called? She need to tell somebody about a man. I don't need that. Shirley, Betty, Lisa, Marie, Tina, who the fuck? Don't fucking call me and tell me about my husband.
Barbara.
Don't fucking call me and tell me, girl, we need to talk. You don't need to talk to me. This ain't what you want. Don't call me and tell me shit about this man over here. Let me find out on my own. Because if you call me, calling me, telling me something, you
don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Don't want this controversy, baby. That's all.
Fire Roach.
So the ladybugs are back, man.
Oh, the ladybugs are back.
They come back this time of year every year. Fuck. I thought anyway. So I would have to say that I wouldn't fucking ladybug. Get your ass over here.
It's good luck.
Corry, it'd be 10,000 of them.
Yeah, that's how it was in Tennessee last year. They was like all crawling around the top of the ceilings.
It'd be 10,000 of them. I'm like, why? It's wintertime. Why the fuck?
That's because they trying to get to the attic. They have to get to your attic. That's where they hibernate.
They don't go to the attic.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
They like staying in these 2 fucking rooms. They don't ever.
They're trying to get up there.
Well, they ain't figured out how. They like to migrate in this fucking area and hibernate, whatever the fuck they do. They need to get the fuck out of here because they died last year. Obviously, they didn't tell their friends because this year they're gonna die too. But anyway, y'all stop. First off, don't be cheating people's husbands. I was dead ass wrong. Don't be cheating people's husbands. Don't do that shit. That shit is wrong.
Let me ask this because this is like a great segue. Was there ever a point in your life, Ebony, that you
had a conscience? Now.
No. Was there ever a point in your life where you was like, being with a married man was like, absolutely not, like, no.
Now,
not younger.
No, because honestly, I'm gonna have to tell you, like, when I was in the single life, I haven't. Well, I was about to tell a lie. I'm trying to think if I had been with any married man since Tony's passing, and I would have to say that I was. Not in a relationship type sense, but I was definitely fucking on him. And so that is.
You was about to run away with a motherfucker.
I was, and that is honestly what I preferred. To be honest with you, I felt like I could have my cake and eat it too. The people that I dealt with really enjoyed taking care of me, and I like being taken care of. And I'm a good one. And I wish you could reach out to any of them and ask, hey, they don't have no problem telling me. She ain't got to know about me. And as long as you don't get caught, we good. Because I ain't gonna get us caught. It's gonna be you to get us caught. So, and I'm like, I was good in that. It was only when a little bit had a conscience when Tony and I had gone to see Daddy's Little Girls at the movies. And we went to go see the Late movie too. And we're walking through, we holding hands, we happy. And then we both hear this like scream. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm looking around and he looks this way, I look this way, and it's his wife. She sees us.
She screamed?
She screamed out, yes.
Like calling him or like,
like that type of scream. Shit, she screamed out. And I
would have felt out.
Because she knew. I think it's different when you know about something
and when you see
it. And so he saw her, he was like, just sit down for a minute. And so I sat down in those little things that be outside the theater, little benches. And I sat down, he went and said whatever he said to her. And he came back to me and he was like, you ready to go see the movie? And it was then I was like, golly, and the kids were with them. And I was like, I don't know what they had gone to see. I know they hadn't gone to see that. I don't remember what other movie was out for kids to go see it back then. But I was like,
especially the Late movie. Why are you taking your kids to a Late movie?
Right. And I was like,
she knew he was gonna be at the movie theater. She had read that message. That's why she pulled up.
It was like last minute. He was like, what you want to do tonight? So there was no, he was like, what you want to do tonight? I was like, oh, let's go see that as a girl. And so, and I'm not even one for movies. And so I think that just needed to happen because that is what started a little bit of our untangling of our entanglements. Because I was going through that stuff with Popeyes. I was needing to get away. I needed to get away from that. And then that's how I ended up in Houston. So it was just different little things that just started to snowball. And I was like, okay. And that really, for a second, but I still kept fucking with him. Like I lived in, he would still come and see me. He would still send me money. He was still doing all those things. And when he passed away, I'm sure everybody knows I was at his funeral. I went to the funeral and was there. Lingered over his body, was there. And she saw I was there, knew I was there. So, I mean.
Disrespectful.
I don't even
that was very disrespectful.
Because his brother,
so disrespectful.
First off, his brother was like, I know that he would want you here.
I don't care.
Brother.
That's disrespectful.
It's whatever. Shit, his wife know he loved me.
I would have slammed your motherfucking head in the casket, bitch. I would have been like, boom.
At me.
Down in there with
Join them, bitch.
I was gonna say my goodbyes, and I got to see, and I said them.
Join them, bitch. That's what.
So.
Damn, you cold-blooded with it too. God damn.
I was back then. Yeah. Back then, I was. I didn't have no motherfucking.
Well, at least you didn't sit on the front row right next to her ass. Like, bitch,
no, I didn't. I actually sat. No, I sat in the very back. Like Tasha went with me. We sat in the very back, and so but no, yeah, that's trifling. I lived in Houston, and went there and all that. Like, so no, I have zero regrets. At that time,
I had a homegirl that was, she was a lesbian, and she was seeing this one lesbian lady. And so the other lady, they had been in a relationship for like 15 years or whatever. And so she died. And so she asked us, a couple of us, to go to the funeral with her. She was like, I just need support. I was like, you going to the funeral? She was like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So we go. This bitch get in there and shows the fuck.
She's like,
she laying all in the casket, crying, falling all out. I'm like, how you the side bitch and you climbing in the goddamn casket? I was so embarrassed.
Wow.
I thought you was just gonna be like, maybe a few tears.
That shit is so disrespectful, bro. That is so disrespectful.
And the wife and the girlfriend right here gotta watch all this.
If you are sleeping with my partner or my spouse or whatever, and you show up in any capacity at the funeral, if your representatives show up on your behalf, and I know that it's them, it is me and my people's right to make sure that you join him
on
in
site.
That
case. Even afterwards, when you're walking out and the family's gathered outside or whatever, we gathered with the family, talk to them. Like, bitch, I wish.
Let me tell you how you would not be alive to tell this story today.
And when nobody gonna stop me, and
Ebony, y'all didn't even like, oh, let's hurry up and get in the car and go. Now y'all lingered out there in fellowship with the family.
We did.
They went to the repast and ate.
We didn't do the repast.
Got chicken dinner.
However, we did.
Got them a plate.
Yeah, we didn't leave right away. For what? I waited to see him load up into the car and drive off. I sure did. What, man?
You should have kicked your ass.
Yeah, you should still have a footprint, a high heel mark or something. No. Bitch.
I was awful.
What'd you do?
Because there was another phone call, and the next phone call that she said to me, she said something, and I was like, bitch, you owe me everything. I'm the reason why he's only fucking with one woman now, and not all the ones he was fucking with. I've made this nigga an honest man.
Not honest.
Ooh, you talking right. Look at my brain. Honest. My brain, bitch. He only fucking with me. He ain't fucking all the bitches. You should be happy. Look, I was awful. Thank you for blessing me with a good man. And if some bitch feel like they can come take this nigga, hey, it might be what I deserve, but I honestly feel like, you know how things come back tenfold or whatever. I feel like that has already been because I was cheated on after that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know what it feels like to be hurt and almost kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So, but cheers to me.
Yeah, cheers to you. You
For
yeah,
growth.
Cheers
for
and you.
growth.
Cheers
You
to
live
growth.
you
I said
living
for
you're
growth.
living like she's
Oh,
grown.
cheers to growth. Oh, okay. I can cheers to your growth. But I'm like, cheers to what? That foolishness?
For growth and change. I mean, listen, you
should
everything
be cheers into your life because you will be
That's
out
why-
of one.
I can't
And,
help.
and if I die and y'all know one of these bitches been following up behind my dick or my pussy, whichever one. If y'all see, y'all better take them out. Or I promise you, I'm gonna hunt y'all every night.
I mean, of course I wouldn't let somebody come and, you know,
Take them out.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, what the fuck is she doing here? Just like when they had those little TikToks going around and be like, girl,
Yeah.
guess who decided to come
Girl,
up
do
in
you
this?
see what bitch
Do
is
you-
here?
I'm about to go ahead.
Did you see
I'm
that bitch
about
walk
to
up
go
in here?
handle this shit. Hold my
Hey,
hat.
I'm gonna put
Yeah,
your
I
casket.
got you.
I'm gonna raise your casket back up because you're gonna need to see this shit.
Okay.
I got you. But you know, that's what
Y'all
the person
better.
was. And so but to answer Corey's question, no, I have never been one of those ones. Like I honestly didn't ever think that I would. So it was nothing that ever came up, but ooh, JB is the person who walked me down that aisle, took that virginity from me, and then showed me all the benefits of it. And I was like, damn, it's no turning back. And so,
Well, I will say that
what a fucking loser I was.
I have participated in some shenanigans with someone married, and helped them keep my name out people's mouths. Definitely.
You had an entanglement?
TD.
Oh, TD. I was like, TD.
So even though it wasn't the magnitude of what, you know, your situation was, or even like that, I did
Entertainment.
participate in that person's shenanigans and actually hooked him up with a future shenanigan. And
That would never.
You gonna keep it going. Let's keep this shit going.
I'm just
Even if
saying,
it
it
ain't-
may not have been to the extent of Ebony's, but I did participate in the foolishness for monetary gains.
Okay.
Ain't no fun if the homies ain't had.
Yeah, but that shit
Ain't no
backfired
fun.
because the
Yeah.
homie didn't know how to just have fun.
Hey.
I mean, but sometimes, you know, in matters of the heart, you just can't predict how that shit's gonna go. In matters of the heart, you just don't know how it's gonna go. I don't think any side person, and I'm gonna say this with all the faith in the world, that man's wife was a side chick. However, not your situation. I'm talking about my situation. She was definitely the side piece.
The wife?
Yeah.
She went from being the wife to being the side piece.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
The fact that I
We've
can
had
see you
pictures
in
like
the
pictures
movies
like-
with my children and you go ballistic and I come talk to you and then I go back into the movie with my mistress, that was the role reversal right there. That was it.
Yeah. I'm not proud of.
Yeah, you are. Of that relationship, you are.
Yeah, I have no qualms about that relationship at all. It definitely shaped how I love, how I want someone to love me. There was some good pluses that came out of their relationship. So even though he was a horrible husband, he was a great father and he was a great dude to me. So I mean, despite how he was to her, he was wonderful to me. And so I can't fault him for that. Or what? He was great to me.
Keep on putting the dagger in and twisting.
He never made me feel like number two. Ever. To nothing, anything. When I needed transportation, I drove his car and her car. I babysit their kids. I babysit their girl. Shit, please, come on. Like,
you babysit their kids.
I sure did.
Girl.
Ebony.
And I'm not ashamed. I'm not.
You babysat your lover's kids.
Mm-hmm. You was okay with that?
And I don't even wear panties. I bought some panties to leave in her car. That's the type of shit I was doing. Because I was just so upset that she would call me. That shit infuriated me. The fact that she would call me and ask me questions. I left my driver's license in her car on purpose.
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. No.
Yeah. Yeah. That was just the person I was, but I've changed. I know I've been changed.
Baby, she done drove.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm not gonna lie. God rest his soul. Whew. Yes. He was
well, we don't have time for a Say My Name. So can you just take us out tonight? Because that turned into a
that took me out.
Say
I'm already taken out.
Speaking of being taken out, let's give some shouts and prayers out to Takeoff's family.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to him, and let's lift his family up in prayer and just send them all the love, and hopefully they get resolved in justice for him. And I just also wanted, hopefully Quavo was able to live with himself after this, because of course all this over. The Migos was done already, and they had separated to build their own little group.
They just actually released a album like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so hopefully he has some resolve. I know, hopefully he's able to forgive himself. I know he's gonna feel some type of way, and hopefully he doesn't sit in that too long, and he's able to forgive him, and his family's able to forgive him. So let's do that. And so in that,
take your time. Take your time.
It just, Lord, please help me learn this. In 2023, Lord, please burn this and sketch this into my memory, Lord, so that I can really, really speak this from my memory.
Let him use you.
Hold it in there. Okay. Now, you can follow Naturally Unbothered on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. You can email us at naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. That is naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. You can leave us a message. We welcome your feedback, your comments, your show ideas. Ebonites, these Say My Names that y'all got coming that we gonna be singing, ooh, they are hot. Thank you so much thank you so much for keeping me afloat. I don't know what I'd do without y'all. Also, you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Audible, or wherever you listen to podcasts. We should be your favorite podcast. So hopefully you are tuning in on YouTube, you're subscribing, you're rating, you're leaving a review, and you're selecting that notification bell so that every time we upload new episodes on Thursdays by 8 a.m., you are chatting with us in that box. Now, last week, you had your girl chatting by herself. I don't appreciate that. So please get on the live chat with me so we can chat, so we can talk about what happened and what's doing and what's going to happen. Please, if you're looking for Naturally Unbothered merch, you see we got teas, shot glasses, coffee cups. We have all things. Shari's got a t-shirt on. Corey's got it. He doesn't have a t-shirt on, but you know, we have those tees. So please, www.naturallyunbothered.com. That is www.naturallyunbothered.com, and click the merch link. 205-308-8304. Let's get married. Let's say I do. Okay? Let's do it. Just say yes. Let's all say all of that and let's do it. I need you also to tell your hoe-ass friends, to tell their hoe-ass friends, to tell their hoe-ass friends to tune in to Naturally Unbothered.
Until next time, everybody, it's been another great episode of Naturally Unbothered. Corey, thank you for sitting in with us today.
Absolutely.
Always
I like this
wonderful.
Bill.
It's always great to have you on the show. I can't stand you. Viv.
It's great. It's great to be had. It's great to be had. So.
So until next time, everybody, go learn your status. It is the month of October, which is AIDS Awareness Month. So
it's November.
Oh, dang, it is November 1st now. Whatever, just go freaking get
was
yourself
that
checked out.
October was that month?
Yeah, it is. Know your status. But it don't matter. Just go know your status, no matter what month it is. Just know what it is. You don't need a month to tell you to know your
all
status.
year round.
Yeah, just know your damn status. And we'll post something on it too. So learn your status. Until next time, everybody, we will see you. Peace out.
Peace out.